If you're coming to Phuket and you don't want the madness of Patong, then this hotel might be exactly what you're looking for. Good morning and welcome to Kamala. Today we're going to be taking a look around the Princess Beachfront Hotel, and I've been very kindly invited back over here by the couple Carolyn and Pete, who you will know from the Patong video. Good morning, guys.
Morning, Tony. How
Are you enjoying your stay?
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, first impressions, guys, of this hotel.
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Absolutely beautiful. You can't beat it for location. It's just fantastic. Literally across the road is Kamala Beach.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Okay, well, today we're going to be answering a very important question. Who is this hotel suitable for? So we're going to discuss that as we walk around the hotel.
Yep.
And we're also going to investigate the location because, as you've rightly mentioned, this is very close to the very well-known Kamala Beach, which is a fantastic beach here. So just literally across the road from the beach. So let's start having a look around the hotel. And to start with, we are in the main reception area. So this is where you're going to have your first contact with the hotel. Now, Carolyn, how did you find check-in?
Easy. We arrived here, I think it was around 1:30. Check-in is usually at 3.
Yeah.
But we arrived early. Our room was ready. They allowed us
Excellent.
to go straight in.
Okay,
we had
that's
little
a
welcome.
big plus.
Yeah.
And smooth check-in, no
Very
issues?
smooth, no issues at all.
Okay.
You do have to show your passport
Yeah.
for identification purposes. They brought us a beautiful welcome drink, which I think was maybe like a mango pineapple
It was something
flavoured
like
juice.
that, yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
Excellent.
It's
Now,
very
one thing I
nice.
wanted to ask you, did you have to pay a deposit?
No.
No deposit?
Having said that, they do have our credit card impression from paying for the room to start with. I imagine they may well.
If there were damages,
Yes, they could just charge the
because
card.
that's what the deposits are meant for. Is obviously if you use the minibar in the room,
Yes.
they can take that cost out of the deposit, or if there's damages to the room, there you go. That's something that I didn't mention on the Patong video about the deposit, because the Amatra does not charge a deposit either. Where are we going to go, guys? Where
Would
are
you
you
like
going to take me?
to see the pool?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Because that's right next to reception by the looks of it.
It's so good.
And it looks fantastic. Good morning.
Morning.
How many pools do they have here?
2.
Two. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
Well, this is a small spa area here
Okay.
as well.
So they also have spa facilities
yes.
at the hotel.
Yes.
Okay, so that will give you an idea of the prices, which, looking at that, is not too bad. It's reasonable for a hotel.
Definitely.
Obviously, you have to bear in mind that normally hotels will charge a little extra for services that you may find in town for a little bit cheaper. Okay. Nice layout, actually, the
is a lovely
pool. The
layout.
reception area is lovely. Really
These
nice.
tiles do get a little bit slippery when there's a bit of water on them, so you just
Okay,
need to
well,
be a bit
what I'm going to
careful.
do is just walk a little bit further down because I'm going to respect people's privacy. I know not everybody likes to be filmed on camera. It's difficult not to film people when you're filming a hotel or a resort area because there's always people about. By the looks of it, they've got a kids club as well
Yes,
here.
and the gym was just behind as well. We can go
Okay,
back to that
so
if
we
you
have a
like.
gym and a small kids club, and then a nice pool area actually. Very
Lovely
nice,
Pool area.
quite
This is a-
large. Plenty of people enjoying themselves today. A lot of sunbeds here, so no shortage on that.
No. This bar, the happy hour runs from 1:30 till 3 p.m, I believe it
3
is, which is a bit of
Okay.
an odd timing, but it worked for us yesterday. We enjoyed a
Right,
cocktail
okay.
yesterday afternoon. And on the other side of the bar, there's pool stools. So
Okay, so you can sit in the pool
sit in the
basically
pool,
and enjoy
yeah.
the drinks. Now, you mentioned about the happy hour, that they got an unusual happy hour with the cocktails. Do you want to explain, Carol?
Yes, so it's a buy 2, get 1 free
Yeah.
during happy hour. You must have 3 of the same cocktail,
Okay.
and the price depends on which cocktail you order.
Okay.
So there is a menu.
Okay, let's just go and take a quick look at that. So you can see yourself all the different cocktails available. And as Carolyn's mentioned, you do have to buy 2. Normally it's buy 1, get 1 free, but here you buy 2, you get 1 free. So that's a
it
little
was
bit
A
unusual.
little odd, but it worked for us. We had 1.5 each, so we were happy with that.
1 each and 1 to share.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll set you up for the afternoon
That's right.
or early evening for sure.
That's it.
So let's just take a quick look at the pool a little bit more. So reasonable pool. Is there a shallower end to the pool where children can go? Is it at
Yes,
the
down
top,
the
is
end.
it?
Yeah.
So it looks like, because there's children up the top towards the reception area, that is the slightly shallow end, and then down here you have the deeper end for adults. So very nice indeed. Now you mentioned that they actually have two pools here. Where is the second pool?
Just over on the other side.
Okay, let's go and take a look. We may as well take a look at that. I can see they've got changing room and showers, toilets right next to the pool, so that's very
Very
convenient.
handy.
And there you can see what Carolyn was mentioning about the cocktails. Buy two, get one free, and the times they do it. So, of course, it's all going to vary depending on where you're staying. But this has definitely got a fantastic location here in Kamala, because you're very close to the main area. And if you watch the channel regularly, you will have seen me cover the nightlife here in Kamala. It's not banging like Patong is. If you are of a younger age and you're looking for a very lively nightlife, then I would say Kamala isn't going to suit that unless you're prepared to travel backwards and forwards to Patong. It's a lot more subdued here in Kamala. They've got nightlife, they have bars, as I've shown, and they have plenty of restaurants, so you're going to be able to have a reasonable nightlife, but not full-on clubs, etc. So just keep that in mind.
So this is the other smaller pool?
Now I'm guessing this is for the pool access rooms.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's a separate pool for those, because I can see there's obviously rooms here that lead straight into the pool. So the grade of rooms they have here is pool access rooms.
Yes.
I would imagine they have pool view rooms.
Yes.
What is your
Our classification is a superior room.
Okay.
So that's our room just there.
Okay, so
on the
you've got the
second
benefit
floor,
of the
in middle
pool,
there.
the pool view,
Yep.
not direct access.
Not direct access, but we can swim. Like, I think most guests would be able to swim in here. I don't think it's
Yeah.
restricted
I-
just for
I
these
would've-
rooms.
I wouldn't think so, that it
No.
that it have a restriction.
This pool is a lot cooler than the main pool.
Yeah.
That main pool does get a bit warm of an afternoon, but this one is a lot
Yeah,
cooler.
I can
think
see there's
because
no
of the-
sun on this, so
Yes.
it's a little bit more shaded. So if you're looking for something with a bit of shade, then definitely round here is going to be where you want to be. If you're looking to top up your tan, then obviously the main pool, you're going to be able to do that, because I can see that has got full sun, and we're just after 10 o'clock in the morning, so that'll give you an idea. But a nice pool, reasonable size again. So let's now move on to another area of the hotel. Where are we going next, guys?
Would you like to go down and see the koi pool?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
they've got a koi pool over
They
there.
have,
Oh, okay.
It's a bit jungly, but it's lovely.
Okay. Well, I'm a very big fan of koi fish because I have my own pool at home.
It is cooler. I think down in the back area, it's a lot more shady.
Okay. Now,
yeah.
the question I'm going to ask you is, how does this compare to your Patong stay?
This is a lot more spread out.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more, I'm going to say resorty,
Yeah.
resort style
Okay.
than the Amata. The Amata was a bit more basically a room, pools, dining area. Didn't really spend much time in the room because you're out exploring.
And this one is more where you can actually spend a bit more time
yes.
around the hotel.
Around the hotel.
And of course, you've got the beach across the road, so
Yeah.
you've got everything.
Okay,
Very
excellent.
close proximity.
Let's go and take a look at this koi pond then. Do take a look at my other videos regarding Kamala, because that will obviously cover the area in more detail. But I can already see this hotel is quite extensive, a lot bigger than the Amata in
Yes.
Patong, and
Certainly
it's
more
nice.
spread
Yeah,
out.
it's spread out. You've got a little bit more space. So if that's something that you consider as important to your stay, then this is definitely going to cover that. Good morning. Morning. This is going to be perfect for families. As you've seen, children in the pool already. So they've got the kids club on side, they've got a gym. So if you're looking at just staying fit, or you want to work out, whatever the case may be, they've got some facilities here. Some nice accommodation here, actually. These are like mini villas, aren't they?
I believe so, yes.
Bungalows, would they be called?
Yes,
I
I'd
wonder?
say so. Yep,
Do you know?
bungalows.
Do you know what the classification is for this accommodation by any chance? Would you
Not
happen-
off the top of my head. I can
Right,
look it
okay.
up.
So what I would recommend you do, if you are interested in staying here at the Princess, then go and have a look at the website, and then they will list obviously all the accommodation that's available, the different prices, of course. So I would say they're probably bungalows, because they don't have their own pools. Maybe some of them do, I don't know. We were just saying that it's a bit deceiving from the road, because it doesn't look that big, but the resort actually goes back a long way. And you can see here the koi pond. Very nice little bridge across it. So if you're staying in one of these bungalows, you're going to be passing near to this pond, and you can take a look at this. It's always nice to have a few facilities within the grounds of the hotels. Very nice. Water's a little bit cloudy. I can't see any fish. Oh, there's one. There's one, only a small one. And some more over there as well. So, excellent. Okay, guys, where are we going next?
Would you like to go see the room?
Yes, let's
Okay.
go and take a look at the accommodation.
Let's go.
So now we're going to take a look at a superior room here at the Princess Hotel in Kamala. And just to the left, you have the bathroom area, WC, nice sized shower, sink, vanity mirror, and a bath, which is quite unusual. So if you like your baths, and I do, that's one thing I miss about living out here, is we just have a shower. But here you have the choice of both, so you can relax in the tub if you want. So nice sized bathroom actually, and then as we come back out of the bathroom, you have an area to store obviously your suitcases and any clothes. They've got an in-room safe, so if you're worried about valuables. There's a mini fridge, but there's no mini bar inside of it, Carolyn was telling me. So you just buy your own stuff, whatever you want. They do have coffee and tea making facilities, obviously complimentary water. They normally supply 2 bottles. It can vary from hotel to hotel. And then you have the main bedroom area, nice size double bed there, a nice little welcome. They've actually put that back on especially for the filming, because that's how it was when they arrived. They've been here a few days, but you can see the decor. The room looks in very good condition. I spoke to the couple about the air conditioning. No unnecessary noise coming from the air conditioning at night. It's very quiet. In fact, it's on now, so you can hear it yourself. It is very, very quiet, works very efficiently. The room is very cool at the minute, so it's going to work well at night, and you can probably see that on the glass because it's steamed up a little bit. And of course, outside we have a nice sized balcony that you can relax in, take a few drinks in the evening before you actually go out, and they've got a pleasant view as well. As we saw earlier, the pool area, but this is the separate pool that gives access directly from some of the rooms, but we're on the 2nd floor, so we don't have access into the pool directly, but overlooking it instead. So a very, very nice room. So now what we're going to do is do what we did over in Patong, a quick Q&A to answer a few questions. I hope you've enjoyed looking at just one grade of accommodation here at the Princess Hotel. Let me know your thoughts. Drop some comments down below. But I've got to tell you now, my initial impressions of this hotel when I arrived is very good. It's a very nice hotel. The location here is superb, and location in Phuket is everything. It's what you're going to pay for. This has got a very good location, not quite as good as the Sun Prime and Sun Wing as most people will know, but you pay a lot more for staying there, especially in high season, than what you do here. And you've literally got a 2-minute walk to the beach, and we will be taking a look at that so you can see just how close we are. Swaddy Cap, good morning. Now, just before we jump into the Q&A with Carolyn and Pete, I just wanted to quickly show you the breakfast area. So this area set to the one side of reception is where you'll come and enjoy your breakfast. They've also got a coffee shop on site and an evening restaurant as well. So I think this doubles up in the evening for dinner if you want to take it here, but most people will go outside of the hotel. Now then, guys, what a fantastic hotel. Looking around, my first impressions have been extremely good. I love the pool here. I think it's a fantastic feature of the hotel. Obviously, the location of this hotel is perfect to the beach because we're literally across the road from it. So, give me some feedback of the hotel.
So the pool, as you say, is beautiful. There are pool access rooms on this level.
Yeah.
Beautiful for families. You know, children will be out there all day.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. The bar area, parents can go and enjoy a cocktail or a beer, or
and still keep an eye on the kids.
Keep an eye on the
Something
kids.
we've just noticed between us is the interconnecting rooms for the balcony.
Yes, that's right. So over on the other side of the pool, and I'm assuming it's on this larger pool as well as the smaller pool, there are interconnecting rooms.
Yeah.
So that would be fantastic if you were travelling with children, maybe teenage children, they could have their own room,
Yeah.
not next door to mum and dad, or all crammed into the same room,
Yeah.
or travelling in a group.
Yeah, groups. This
friends.
hotel would be great for
Perfect.
groups because of that interconnecting balcony.
Yes.
It means in the evening you could get together on the balcony,
Yeah, bring
have
your
a
chairs
drink,
together,
maybe even
yeah.
eat a spot of nibbles before you go out into
Perfect.
the town. Yeah, so that would be excellent. And yeah, as you mentioned, the pools are very nice here. You've got the main pool, which of course has got the sun on it, and then you've got that shaded area for the pool access rooms, which gives a bit of shade in the morning. Not sure in the afternoon.
It is shaded in the afternoon,
Right,
yes.
okay,
And
so
it's a bit cooler. The water is cooler in the shaded pool than, I'm calling it the shaded pool, I don't know exactly the name of it, the
Yeah.
shaded pool compared to the main pool.
Okay, excellent. And how have you found the service here at the hotel?
Fantastic. Breakfast is fantastic. There's a lot of replenishment of food. There's a lot of wide variety.
Yeah.
This morning I think there was like a Singapore noodles dish, fried rice, steamed rice.
European food?
European, yes, there was a beef stew this morning,
right,
which is
okay.
very unusual.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
There's a curry, there was a massaman.
Good variety, yes.
Good variety, yeah. Obviously bacon and eggs, cereal,
Excellent.
toast.
So it's going to suit most people's
pastries.
tastes.
Yes.
So we're going to jump on to, obviously location is very important. Obviously you stayed in Patong before. As a couple you like a little bit of liveliness to your holiday,
Yes.
and also a little bit more relaxation.
Relaxation, yeah.
So when you stayed in Patong, that was the lively part.
Yes.
And I'm guessing your stay here in Kamala is a more relaxed affair.
Yes.
Now you mentioned about the Sun Wing and the Sun Prime, which do have a superior position on Kamala's beach, but we're literally across the road. But you was telling me for the price difference is
Yes.
massive.
Yes, well, being high season, our first choice would have been to stay across the road at the Sun Prime or the Sun Wing, but that was a little bit out of our budget.
Yeah.
For a better price, we've got just as good a location, if not better really.
Yeah, because you're actually closer to the town.
Closer to the town, and the other thing that I liked about it is that the Sun Wing and the Sun Prime have direct beach access. So that means that there's people that are walking along the beach all day and all night. They can easily look over the fence, see you at the pool, you know, restaurants, things like that.
Little bit less privacy
bit
at the
less privacy.
front of the, near to the beach side of
Exactly,
the hotel, because
yeah.
obviously you've got all the people on the beach
Yes.
that will be gawping at people that are staying in the hotel.
Exactly,
I understand
that's
that.
right.
Whereas here you don't
don't
have
get
any
that.
of that. So let me just ask you this question. What do you like about the Kamala area? What brings you here? What is it?
What brought us here, we've never been here before, so we wanted to come and check it out.
Right.
So after the craziness of Patong and Kata and all those sorts of areas, we just wanted to come and just have a relaxing time, a few days where we could just catch our breath, relax, go to the beach, get up, do nothing, essentially. We wanted to go back to work feeling refreshed like we'd had a
Right,
holiday,
okay.
which we probably wouldn't have got if we'd stayed at Patong for much longer because it's a bit nuts.
High energy, yeah. Yeah, definitely a high energy
High
area.
energy, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
so Kamala is encapsulated everything that you needed as regards the relaxation, being able to recharge.
Yeah.
The battery is ready to go back to work.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
excellent. So you've heard it yourself from guests that are staying here. This is going to be a great hotel to stay in if you're looking for relaxation, if you're a family and you don't want the hustle and bustle, you don't want nightlife in your face, then this is a perfect area. But I will say that Kamala is not that far away from Patong. It's only a short tuk-tuk taxi ride. So if you do want a little bit of nightlife,
Yeah.
you can always grab it by popping in, maybe once or twice during your stay here. Well, guys, I think that covers everything. Please do leave some comments for me in the section and down below. All the details will be in the description as always. And I guess that's it. I eat, I ride, I explore. Until next time, I'll see you soon.